And our next guest is the vocalist of that band, and let's see a little clip of him performing live.
Treat your skin like a original sin. I won't leave no doubts. Won't you come on? Won't you come on? Won't you come on, baby? Yeah, won't you come on? Won't you come on? Won't you come on, baby? Yeah,
There he is, the sharp-dressed man himself, and let's bring him on in. What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, Doug?
Is it hard to watch yourself
Always.
after all these years?
Yes.
Come on, I don't believe a word of it.
Yes. You know how fat I looking at?
No, the suit looks nice. You guys dressed up for the big show that night?
Yeah, well, it's still fat.
Well, we get a little older and softer, but man, you guys never lost a beat. In fact, I always tell people this, especially about Living Color. Sometimes bands take a hiatus and they come back and you go, they probably should have kept hiatusing. Right? But Living Color is just one of those bands that came back, and man, ever since you have, man, and I've gone out and seen you, man, it's just stronger than ever. Like you never missed a beat, and even took it up a notch, man. What's the secret to that success?
Not giving a fuck. I
Just like, yeah, all right, whatever. If people like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't.
Well, we don't stop. We try not to rest on our laurels.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, obviously, because, you put out a great album about a year and a half ago, I think, and I have it here. Yeah. It's called Shade, and it's a killer album.
Thank you.
Bluesy hard rock, of course, and a lot of great songs on here. Now, I have a version. I don't know if this was I have a version where it's out of sequence, the songs. Is this like a special collector's copy?
I think it is, yeah.
See that?
Nice.
See, if you do the pre-order, you get the one with the messed up track.
You can retire.
Yeah, I could retire on this someday. What's going on with new music with you guys? Any plans?
We got plans for it. I think in the next couple of months we're going to go back in the studio and start working on some stuff and see what we can come up with.
Yeah, sounds good. And you guys all keep busy on the side. I mean, one of the greatest shows that I ever saw was you and Doug
Right.
playing a show with a bunch of musical kids at the Asbury Park train station.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Corey,
Those
go ahead,
are
man.
called rim bashes.
Yeah, and you had to see the faces of people getting off the train. I had no idea this was going on. Hey, Corey's voice can fill an arena.
Right.
And here he is in this little train station lobby. And it was really amazing, man. That was a great night.
And then I got on the train and went home.
You actually got on the train and went home.
I actually got on the train with my kids and went home.
Nice.
Yeah, they couldn't do an encore that night because he had to catch the 9:17.
Basically.
Yeah.
Pulling up.
Yeah, there they go. They found some of the footage there.
Oh, wow.
And, of course, you guys are always doing great work with the community, always a socially conscious band, which obviously adds another layer to what you guys do, always.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Can I ask,
yeah.
you were talking about going back in the studio. And you said you're going to work on stuff when you get there. Do you guys have stuff prepared at all, or do you one of those bands that just go in and start jamming and work it out?
Well, we come up with some, like a groove or an idea for some sort of lyrics, and then when the four of us get together, we sort of flesh it out.
Mm-hmm.
Like somebody comes in with the bones, and everybody else sort of adds to it.
Cool.
Yeah, I see. I mean, even when you guys play live, it's like there's a lot of improvisation, a lot of jamming. I mean, these guys know each other so well at this point. If someone goes up, takes a hard left, everyone sort of goes, "Okay, yeah, we'll come this way," or, wherever it sort of goes, that's where it goes.
And well, that's the beauty of music. It's a conversation the four of us are having, and it's never the same conversation twice.
Yeah. Well, we're happy to have you guys still making great music and touring in 2019. But talk about the thing you're doing with our buddy Mike Orlando, who's a phenomenal guitar player. We've had him on the show as well. And you got a show on September the 9th. Tell us about
Yes.
that.
We're playing at the Iridium on September the 9th. It's a lot of Mike doing his shredding thing. First time I saw Mike Orlando was on Shiprock, and I was so blown away. I couldn't believe it. And I'm around guitar players a lot. He just made my jaw drop, really.
Yeah, I mean, you've played next to one of the best in the business for many years. So,
Yeah.
If Mike impressed you, then he obviously that's quite an impression he made.
Oh, he left quite an impression, and immediately it was like, we got to work together. So we worked on a couple of songs and some really good stuff, and I can't wait to play it.
Is that something for you now, Corey? Because obviously with the Living Color stuff, it's rock, but you bring a lot of soul to it, a lot of funk to it.
Yeah.
Is this something where you want to hear your voice over some other kinds of beats and music and things like that?
Yeah, I never, people sort of want to pigeonhole you in a particular box as to what you do as a singer. And I listen to a lot of different stuff. I came up doing, as an actor, doing Broadway stuff. And while still going to hardcore matinees. And, so there's a lot of stuff in my repertoire, I think.
Yeah.
And same with Mike, in as much as, he's a shredder and that kind of guy, his melodic stuff and his funk stuff is amazing.
Yeah. So what do we think about a release, in the near future on that?
I think there's going to be a release in the near future. Yeah. I got a lot on my plate nowadays. But yeah, I can't wait to get that Mike Orlando stuff and I out as soon as we possibly can.
Yeah, and I saw you started something with a bunch of our Jersey boys out there too.
Absolutely. With George and Corey Pierce, and yeah, I love that stuff. That stuff is amazing. I worked with George a long time ago, and he had this idea, and he wanted me to sing on it. And every time he came up with an idea, I was like, I immediately started writing to it. So
yeah,
it's fun, and it's called Disciples of Verity. It's really that record's coming out pretty soon, like in the next week or so.
Okay, then that's a little more have a metal edge to it, huh?
Absolutely, yes, very metal.
Right, cool. So I'm gonna want to play this little clip, and then we'll wrap it up. I think you'll remember this little flashback to I think the first time that I met you. So let's check out this clip.
The metal show was shot in the middle of the Blizzard of Oz. I give the horns, but I got mittens. I stink. Why are we not taping in LA?
Good evening, Mr. and Mrs. America and all ships at sea. It's That Metal Show! Tonight from Living Color, Corey Glover and Vernon Reed. From Seven Dust, Morgan Rose. With musical guest, Joel Hoekstra. And here are your hosts, Ed Trunk, Jim Florentine, and Don Jamieson.
That was a lot of fun, that one.
There was a lot of fun getting out of there.
What was it, 16 inches of snow. And Vernon and Corey actually made it to the studio.
And, Vernon lives out in Staten Island, and I live in a little further upstate. And getting there wasn't that bad. It was getting bad. But by the time it was time to leave there, it was not cute.
No, it wasn't. Yeah, that was definitely a time when we wish we were taping in LA. But yeah, we had about 16 audience members that day, but we had a really good show that day, man. And we felt really proud to kind of put the spotlight back on you guys again, which was really nice. And like I said, just happy that you've been so active ever since. You're one of my favorite singers, man. I will see you on the 9th at the Iridium here in New York City. Go to theiridium.com. Get your tickets now. It's a small, intimate club. It's the club that Les Paul made famous. It's got incredible acoustics. Corey, I've already called ahead and advised them to remove the roof in advance for your voice.
Get rid of all the glass. That's all I ask.
All right. It's a deal. I'll see you then, buddy.
All right, dude.
Thanks for talking.
You got it.